Hey everyone, John here from testprepinsight.com. And today I'm going to be breaking down our list of the best SAT prep courses on the market for 2025. We've spent the last couple months purchasing and re-reviewing a bunch of different SAT prep courses and study materials. And today I want to compare and contrast them for you and tell you which resources we found to be the best. And by the way, just before we dive in here as a heads up, since I'm just going to be covering the major highlights in this video today, if you find you need some more detail at any point, you can always check out our full detailed written guide covering these courses over on our website. An easy way to get there is just to Google Test Prep Insight Best SAT Courses. That's the quickest way to find it. Okay, so after purchasing, testing out, using, and rating all of these different SAT prep materials, the course that we found to be the best overall was Kaplan. In short, we just found their course to have the best combination of effective study material, a smart structure targeted at teens, and value. So let's take a minute and break this down. First, in terms of features and materials, Kaplan gives you everything that you need to get prepped. This includes live classes, on-demand video lessons, full-length practice tests, a question bank with practice problems, score reports, problem explanations for reviewing, prep books, a study calendar, and a lot more. In all honesty, it's about the most comprehensive SAT prep program that we've reviewed, and surprisingly, it's priced pretty reasonably given all that you get. But as for the actual course, I think Kaplan has done a really nice job of streamlining all of their prep material down into a manageable and effective learning structure for high schoolers. And this all starts with their on-demand video lessons. These are the highlight of this course. Their video lessons are different from other prep companies' lectures, and I mean that in a good way, and they're just really engaging. They kind of take this cool, casual approach with your instructor on screen, either sitting on a couch or at a desk, just walking you through concepts in plain terms, almost kind of like a tutoring session. It's different than what you would expect, but it's very purposeful and well designed. The instructors break down concepts with stories, analogies, and a ton of visuals. And when they need to demonstrate a point, they'll just grab a tablet and stylus and work problems out right on screen with a digital whiteboard. Between the great production value and the frequent segment changes in these video lessons, clips are only typically 5 to 12 minutes long, we just found them to be a perfect design for high schoolers. And I also like how Kaplan bounces back and forth between hard content review, for example, things like how to solve algebra problems, and then test-taking strategy and exam tips. I just think Kaplan has done a great job with their instructional curriculum, and their instructors are very good as well. And even if you don't want a self-paced course with on-demand videos and you're looking for live class instruction, we also found their live classes to be really good as well, with lesson plans based on the same balance of teaching hard content and test-taking strategy. Of all of the live online classes that we took, theirs were some of the best. And then the last thing that I want to touch on here is practice material. Kaplan has done a very nice job curating practice problems and tests that closely replicate the real SAT, right down to the digital interface. We found their material to be a good match for the content, difficulty, and length of real SAT problems that you're going to see on exam day. Honestly, from a substantive perspective, we couldn't find many negatives to knock with Kaplan. They just do everything really well, and their course as a whole is very cohesive and has a nice flow to it. But what really sealed the deal for Kaplan in terms of getting our highest rating and #1 pick is that their course is also pretty affordable. Their self-paced on-demand course costs just $200, which is a great bargain in my opinion. And even their course package with live classes is $800, which sounds a little pricey when you hear it, but for courses with live classes, it's actually a pretty good deal as well. And even at that, Kaplan is frequently running sales and special promos on their packages, and you can usually find their courses for 20% off, so do make sure to look for coupon codes if there's a sale on before buying. In fact, I'm going to do my best to keep the description down below updated with the most current discount codes and promo codes that I can find floating around out there, so make sure to check out that text below the video screen and maybe save yourself some money if you do go with Kaplan. You should not have to pay full price for either of their course options. All right, so the second highest rated course on our list is Princeton Review. And I would just say that Princeton Review is a lot like Kaplan. It's just one of those courses that does everything well and provides all of the study materials and features that you're going to need. Live classes, video lessons, practice work, a study calendar, higher score guarantees, just everything. Plus, I think the Princeton instructors are great, and the lesson plans and the live online classes that we took were very strong. They focus on a nice mix of content review and test-taking strategy, again, just like Kaplan, and we like that the class sizes were a touch smaller also, typically fewer than a dozen students per class. This gives the live classes more of a workshop type feel. And then one of the other differentiators here is that they actually beat Kaplan when it comes to quantity of practice problems and practice tests, as well as content access period. Now specifically, you get about twice as much practice work to drill on, and Princeton gives their students 12 months of access to their study materials as opposed to Kaplan's 6 months. But maybe the most important thing to take away here is that with Princeton Review's SAT packages, you can optionally add 10 hours of private tutoring for just $200. That works out to just $20 an hour, which is a crazy bargain in the SAT prep world. So if you're looking for personalized one-on-one attention or think you might add on some tutoring, then Princeton Review is going to be a great option. But bottom line, we thought Princeton Review was a great overall course. It doesn't quite offer the same value as Kaplan. It is a touch more expensive, and Kaplan's course did feel slightly more comprehensive to us, but overall, this is a great course. All right, so the next course on our list is Prep Scholar. And they get our third highest overall rating in large part because of the value that they offer. At under $400, Prep Scholar offers a ton of bang for your buck given the study material that they provide. So here's what you get. Detailed SAT lessons in an easy to follow module format, around 7,000 practice problems, 10 full-length practice tests, and a really cool study planner that uses AI to adapt to you. And let's actually start with that last bit. Wrapped around all of the practice work in this SAT prep program is an algorithm that constantly updates your study planner. Basically, their software analyzes your performance on practice questions as you work them and then adapts to you by reallocating question types in your calendar. This reallocation is based on your strengths and weaknesses on your practice work and actual question weightings on the exam, which is very smart. And the other highlight of this course is their practice work. 7,000 practice problems and 10 full-length practice tests is a ton of practice material, more than just about every other SAT prep provider in the industry. And it's all pretty high quality. The questions are realistic of what you're going to see on test day, the new digital interface is top-notch, and every practice problem comes with an easy-to-understand explanation, breaking down why you got the problem right or wrong. Now, the one issue with Prep Scholar is that the vast majority of their online lessons are text-based. They have some video lessons here and there, but by and large, the learning modules that are assigned to you each day contain text lessons. So I would say that if you're a visual learner, this could be an issue and you might want to stick with Kaplan or Princeton Review for their video lectures. But otherwise, that's the only real issue we have with Prep Scholar's program. If you're fine with text lessons, then we really don't have much bad to say about their program at all. This course is an incredible value at $397, and it's a very comprehensive prep option that we had a lot of success with. And by the way, I should just note here that Prep Scholar isn't as aggressive as Kaplan or Princeton Review with deals and discounts on their prep courses, but you can usually grab $50 off their standard course, making it an even better deal. So again, make sure to check below for coupon codes and discounts. I'll have those pasted down there for you. Okay, so after Kaplan, Princeton Review, and Prep Scholar, our list sort of begins to fall off. We looked at a bunch of different prep programs, including Khan Academy, Testiv, Prep Expert, Varsity Tutors, and a lot more. And the three courses that I've talked about today just stood out to us and graded out a lot higher. Now, the one exception to that might be Magoosh. That's a very viable budget course option for those people that know that they need more than just a $20 book off of Amazon, but they also don't want to spend $500 or so on a full course. That Magoosh course costs just $130, but gives you a lot of solid study material like 200 on-demand video lessons, about 1,800 practice problems, 3 full-length mock exams, and problem explanations for every question in video and text format. They offer some surprisingly strong materials for the price tag. But apart from that one budget prep option, we really see it coming down to those 3 prep courses that I've already talked about. And which of those 3 courses to go with is a tough call. Each one has some nice advantages and individual differentiators, but at the end of the day, if it were me, I would just go with Kaplan. We just found their course to be the most effective, well-rounded, and reasonably priced SAT prep package. It's the best combination of value and effectiveness that we found, and it's the course that I would go with. But anyway, that's kind of it for this video. I don't have much else to share other than to say that if you are studying for the SAT, we actually give away a free prep course every single month to one lucky person, so make sure to check that out. It's really easy to enter. Just do those 3 simple things listed right here on screen. It'll take you 10 seconds, and hey, you never know. You could win a totally free SAT prep course. But anyway, I hope this video has been helpful and you learned a little something. If so, please return the favor by subscribing to our channel, and best of luck in your SAT prep journey.